Here's a look at the French top flight as we head to the weekend. PSG going to Monaco on Friday, taking a 2-0 lead into the half and then falling 3 unanswered goals for Monaco in the second half. Sees them come away with a 3-2 victory. PSG go down to 10 men towards the end. Just a disastrous performance. Their lead atop the league then just 4 points through 11 matches. For more, we welcome in Julien Laurens and Shaka, Hislop. Jules, what happened? They seemed to be well in control in the first half and just fell apart in the second 45.
They stopped playing after the break. Sebi, that's what happened. I don't think they deserved anything from that game. Even in the first half, they were 2-0 up at halftime, but didn't really play that well. It was all down to Kylian Mbappe on a couple of occasions. They had 2 goals disallowed by VAR, rightly so, I believe. And then they also hit the crossbar by Moise Kean, who still didn't really have a good game. But after that, you cannot treat the game like this when you stop playing at halftime against a team like Monaco, who's a very young but very talented team as well. That made mistakes in the first half, gifted you 2 goals, but then came back with a lot of energy in the second half. They had Cesc Fabregas coming at halftime, who changed the whole game because he was very intelligent in the way they played, picked up some really good positions between the lines, caused a lot of trouble to PSG, and then Monaco got 1 goal pretty quickly after the break, and then a second one and one late after another mistake. But Abdou Diallo, who's not for my liking, has made too many mistakes for PSG, and it's just not good enough from the Parisians.
Shaka, I wonder what you made of the performance, because it felt to me a little bit like classic PSG, wasteful in front of net for a while, and then really, really juvenile, bad mistakes at the end of the match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, when the game started, I thought Monaco dealt with everything PSG had, and in particular Kylian Mbappe, pretty well. But then they made a couple of mistakes, and that brought the 2 goals, and then 2 more disallowed, and rightly so for offside. But one on Moise Kean, a little bit debatable. But the game was PSG's to control and just go on to win. And then, as Julien says, after the break, it's hard to explain how poor they were. As much as PSG relied on Kylian Mbappe and making the most of those Monaco mistakes, those mistakes didn't come to start the second half. Then changes were made, and then you just see PSG capitulate at the back, and hard to explain how you go from looking that controlled, certainly defensively, to that poor at the back in the second half. I also think that once Kylian Mbappe went off, that threat on the counter-attack for PSG dissipated. And I have questions about Neymar. I don't think he looked fit. I don't think he looked, or he contributed well enough. Still good on the board. Hard to dispossess. His passing range there for everybody to see. But other than him being on the ball, I don't know what he brought to PSG, and Monaco made the most of it.
Jules, what'd you make of Neymar's performance? He got 30 minutes there in the end of the game.
That was always the plan, that he would come on for the last 30 minutes, and I just didn't do anything. I really don't understand. If you don't want to play, because you know you're going to play half an hour, if you don't want to play, just say, I'm not feeling it, I'm not digging it. This is, I would rather keep myself for Tuesday, which is a much, much bigger game than the one tonight in the Champions League against Leipzig. Just say it. But don't come on for that. Don't come on to do nothing, not running, not pressing, not chasing the ball. Making the wrong choices every time he was on the ball, pretty much. I'm sorry, you just can't play like this, because technically, well, arguably, PSG played down with 10 men after Neymar came on. And then if you add on top of that the other substitution that Tuchel made, that made no sense whatsoever, then that explains as well a bit more why PSG was so bad in that second half.
Jules, what do you think?
Just to add, sorry, Sebi, just to add to what Sebi was saying, in the first half, when I said I thought Monaco were coping so well with everything that PSG had to offer, I thought this is screaming out for Neymar. Somebody can get on the ball and really unlock a defense. But then you saw the other side to that very same Neymar, especially with Mbappe coming off 8 minutes, I think it was 8, but certainly less than 10 minutes after Neymar came on. He just offered nothing. And those two, that partnership has been so key to PSG. Now all of a sudden it's fractured, and you see how a little bit flat each looks, as good players as both of them are, each looks without the other. And that for me is a concern for PSG. And more to the point, and we continue to speculate about both of their futures, if they aren't playing alongside each other, and if they don't have that support alongside them.
Jules, looking ahead to Champions League, Leipzig, Manchester United coming up in the next couple of weeks for PSG. You with your PSG ways, what's your level of confidence based on what you saw today about how they're going to handle the rest of the group?
I mean, and maybe it's because I'm too biased, but I just don't think tonight's count. I don't think it counts at all. I think they're probably already thinking about Tuesday, which again is a far bigger game than the one tonight. But these are professional players who will go into the game against Leipzig on Tuesday with something to prove to themselves, because they lost in Leipzig 3 weeks ago now, without Neymar and without Mbappe. They know that they want to go. If they want to go further in the Champions League, they need a win, because they've got 3 points after 3 games, and it's clearly not enough in a group like this. So they know they have to win, and they won't feel a negative pressure even after tonight. After tonight, it's already forgotten, I think, for them. What they will be thinking is like, this is a game where we have to show that we are the finalist of the last edition of the Champions League, and we have to show up. It's as simple as that. And they haven't showed up enough, I guess, in some of the big games so far this season. It's already their 3rd defeat in Ligue 1. That's a lot already. And as much as it's on Tuchel, it's also on the players. And I think already in their mind, Tuesday will be okay. Now we will show, and they have to deliver, and they have to turn up.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.